Alright. Let us very quickly do what I said we were going to do, which is to check this place. So we'll check out each one. Athame. Athame is a hydrogen helium gas giant with spectacular rings. The planet's apparent magnitude varies when seen from Thesia based on atmospheric conditions and relative distance. To the ancient Asari, the mysterious star that shone in some months and disappeared in others was linked to fortune, and so it was named Athame after the matriarch of the pantheon and a goddess of prophecy and fate. Athame's worship changed over time, eventually becoming the basis for a monotheistic religion, in which her maiden, matron, and matriarch aspects oversaw all stages and roles in Asari society. When an Asari says by the goddess, they are referring to Athame. Like Janiri, the planet Athame served as a rally point during the Reaper invasion, where fleeing Asari ships could discharge their drive course so they could make another FTL jump. The Reapers were forced to chase the Asari away from the planet, buying Thesia valuable time. That's cool.
I found something.
Oh, there it is. Tevura. Tevura is a hydrogen methane ice giant with a core of frozen ammonia and trace hydrocarbons. The world is named for an ancient Asari goddess of love, sex, travel, and law. Spheres of influence whose overlap initially baffled humans. That makes sense. Human xenoanthropologists. Asari reproductive instincts are strongly exogamous, and before alien contact, their instincts sent the Asari roaming outside their kinship groups to avoid mating with relatives. The journey necessitated a system of rules governing guests, fugitives, and alliances, all watched over by the goddess Trevua. The Reapers have ignored Trevua so far, its science stations and moon-based mining equipment offering little strategic importance. It is likely that a destroyer will eventually be sent here to exterminate any civilians. Well, before they do that, suppose we can find something to grab. Send in the probes. What do we got? Asari Cruiser Kabian. That's nice. And 100% acid recovered. Look at that. All cleaned up. This is Corinth. Wrapped in a crushing haze of hydrogen and methane, Corinth is named for an Asari goddess of war and hunting, the two being similar in the Asari mindset. The planet is particularly bright in Thesia's morning and evening skies, enough to cast noticeable shadows on moonless nights. Understandably, warriors and hunters operating at night were grateful for Corinth's blessing. The planet was never heavily exploited for minerals. Early Asari explorers focused on the asteroid belt, and by the time robo-mining machines were created that could withstand the intense heat, more lucrative planets were already on the star charts. Modern charts record several scientific stations orbiting the planet, but it appears they have all been destroyed by the Reapers. Nothing of use here. This is Pirates, or PRS. The lifeless sister planet to Thesia lacks water or oxygen. It is covered instead with deserts, the air a mix of carbon dioxide and ethane. The manageable temperatures and gravity on PRS led to heavy exploitation for mineral wealth in the beginning of the Asari space age. Today, PRS is largely mined out. PRS is named for an ancient Asari goddess of death, who was not seen as a malefic figure, but as one who guided Asari spirits on their final journey. From her home in the stars, she could grant an Asari who had lost a lover the ability to restore them to life in another body. This legend, heavily modified, formed the basis for a recent highly profitable human SimStim called Nekia Corridor. The Reapers targeted PRS from orbit, its population too small to bother harvesting. Wreckage of the old domed cities and spaceports dot the landscape. Oh yeah, the Reapers just destroyed everything. That is Thesia, I'm guessing. Yep. Hello, Thesia. The Asari homeworld has been called the crown jewel of the galaxy and apex of democracy and the beating heart of galactic love. Its republics have a remarkably low incidence of war, disease, violent crime, or famine, riding a stable economy backed by wealthy colonies and Thesia's vast element zero reserves. Traces of Ezo in the water and soil are so common that most life on Thesia has adapted to its presence, and that's why they are so strongly biotic, I say. Thesia's fortunes have been upended by the Reaper Assault. The communications infrastructure that forms the backbone of the society's e-democracies has been eliminated. Millions are without power, water, or food, a move to coerce the Asari into widespread surrender. This is a necessary part of the Reaper strategy, since husks alone have difficulty disarming or capturing a population full of biotics. Yeah. When everyone can fight, it's pretty hard to just gather them all. And Janari. or Janiri. Janiri is a hydrogen helium gas giant named for an ancient Asari goddess of seasons, storms, and agriculture. With the advent of the Siari religion, Janari's holy day Janaris became largely secular, but it is still celebrated on worlds with Asari influence. During the Reaper attack on Thessia, the small Asari Armada used Janari as a staging base for their hit-and-run attacks on the invading Reapers, striking, jumping into FTL to lose pursuers, and discharging the static into Janari's magnetic field as they prepared for another attack. This forced the Reapers to mount a counter-offensive to drive the Asari away from the planet, using ships that would otherwise have been harming Thessia itself. So they are fighting. They're doing something. They're doing well. I think we got all the assets now in this entire system. Nice. Yep, Athena Nebula 100%. Let's go back for a second. I want to be ready before I go talk to the Quarians.
Commander.
Check the war table. We got a lot of stuff.
Commander.
Should really increase our level, I suppose, against the Reapers. Let's have a look. Asari fights 25. 575, I mean. Asari cruiser Nefarne. That has 30 points. Look at that. The Asari cruiser Nefarne is named for a lost city said to be buried in ice at Thessia's south pole. The cruiser still carries scars from scores of Geth fighters it took on during the Battle of the Citadel in 2183. The crew refuses to have the scars removed, considering them marks of honor and a reminder of how close they came to annihilation. Okay. 35 for the Asari research ships, more than the cruiser. I guess there are a bunch of them. The Asari scientists on Orisoni had isolated themselves to prevent academic and corporate theft of their work. They've been researching new polymers, looking for a material with high heat resistance and zero conductivity that is dirt cheap to produce. One of their prototype materials appears ideal for insulating the crucible's venting chambers. Okay. High heat resistance, zero conductivity. Okay, perfect. And then another cruiser, the Kibian, same as the Neferan, I guess. The Kaibian is an Asari cruiser class warship. A mix-up during the cruiser's construction left it with an unusually large drive core, and engineers redesigned the ship around the excessive power source. The Kibian's unusually robust engines provide enough energy to generate kinetic barriers normally reserved for dreadnoughts. Ooh, that's pretty nice. And straight up engineers, 30 points. The graceful soaring spires common to Asari architecture look deceptively delicate, but Thessia's palaces, universities, and theaters have stood longer than most civilizations. Asari architectural engineers dispatched to the Crucible are testing the weapon's construction to make sure it can withstand tremendous amounts of pressure. If built improperly, stress could tear the Crucible in half upon activation. That's pretty bad. So yeah. Alright, so we are at 2301 military strength, which is much above, quite a lot above the minimum at this point. We're about to hit the max amount, like, very soon. We're about to have as much energy as possible, or as much strength. I mean, I probably won't, right? Because we missed out on quite a few.
Commander.
There was the entire Salarian fleets we could have gotten if I had agreed to sabotage the Krogan genophage cure. And then there is the one that I just did it. I didn't take the bomber platoon. Instead, I told them to save the colony.
Clear to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
Nah.
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
I'll walk around looking for whatever I can do here anyway. It won't take that long.
Thank you again, Commander. I appreciate the assist.
I know where, most of the stuff I've already done, so it shouldn't take very long.
I've got your briefing, Private. Let's fill you in before the squad arrives. The Alliance is posting us to an Ezo mining facility on Zani. It's a low-gravity planet, toxic atmosphere. You'll be expected to maintain full survival gear. Any questions?
Are we playing security, Sergeant Ullenby?
No, Private. We are not.
Yeah, okay, so this has restarted. That's fine. The conversations are another important thing. Should I give the Asari lady her gun? She's gonna kill herself, man.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at docking
That's
bay
why I don't want to do it. I
24.
think she's gonna kill herself.
Emergency civilian housing.
Thing is, I don't remember where this lady was. But a look around is not the worst thing. What about this conversation?
Hey there.
Hey.
Looking mighty low today. You okay? Anyone been bothering you?
No, it's not that. I'm fine.
Ah, I see. So, any news?
No, their shuttle must be real slow, that's all. Do you think they're okay? They promised they'd come get me, no matter what they had to do. It's been so long.
I don't know, kid. I'm sure they'd be happy knowing you're safe.
It's just, I miss them. I miss them so much.
That's a sad, sad story. Yeah, I mean, at least the guard seems to be paying attention, make sure nothing bad happens. Oh, great, yeah. You still gambling?
Look at me now.
Doing better?
Did you ever doubt me? Don't answer that. You just gonna stand there and watch?
Okay. Foreign Batarian champion? Oh yeah, we did get the Batarian fleet as well.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Well, whatever's left of the fleet. So they had
I've assumed full control of Eclipse, and we're committed to moving forward with our.
Anyone ever tell you you're one hell of a looker, soldier?
they had a Reaper they were studying, a destroyed Reaper. We should get on that, dude. That could be like invaluable intel there. Like I know we had Sovereign, but that's only one data point. Have one destroyed studied Reaper already? And you know, not indoctrinated.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms.
Yeah, persevere, I know. Well, nothing here. You know what? I'll check. You got me. I'll check. An Asari in the Presidium Commons is statue from the Hespera to help with the Crucible research. Alright. Doctor looking for a way. Core. Yeah, we need to go to the Commons.
Spectre status recognized. One moment,
There it is.
please.
Presidium Commons has been a mainstay since the blah 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 blah.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Were there any conversations here? I don't remember.
Welcome to Kanala
We
Exports.
appreciate your visit. Welcome to Elkos
Please
Combine
visit any of
Arsenal
our
Supplies.
Elkos Combine affiliate branches for any and all personal needs.
Oh, here you are. Hello, scientist.
I think I know which project you mean, and I've got a Hesperia period statue in Bay D24.
Alliance Engineering Corps.
Commander Shepard, that's excellent news. I'll have it sent to that project right away. Thank you so much for your help.
Hey, no problem. I didn't even know your system had stuff left, but
So what were you able to pull from the inscriptions? Really? Excellent. I knew they'd find something.
nice.
So what were you able to pull from the inscriptions?
So it was useful. Look at that.
Welcome back to the Presidium Commons, Commander Shepard.
What's this promo?
Producers audio excerpts of Blasto 6.
Where can I check this?
To listen to excerpts, simply go to the feed.
That's all.
Please.
We did that already. I was trying to see if something changes. What do you mean servers operators might still be here? I sincerely doubt that. Anyway, hopefully saving that colony, you know, doesn't bite us in the ass. There it is, Blasto 6, Partners in Crime. Okay, so nothing in these apartment places. I mean, now that we are here, we'll check out this place and then we'll leave. We'll talk to the Quarians now.
Found another one. Yeah, the guys in Zakara did too.
Yeah, we're helping people. That is for sure. There's nothing else going on here? I suppose not. Still a beautiful place. Gotta give it that.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication.
Nothing.
Fabrication weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
Welcome to Nosastra. Thank you for shopping at Nosastra Sporting Goods.
And Nosastra Sporting Goods. There they are.
Hello, Shepard.
Welcome to Sippertine
We
Armory.
appreciate. Welcome to Agor
Remember,
Munitions.
all purchases made by Agor Munitions.
There's no more, hey, I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite store on Citadel. What happened to those things? That was game 2, game 1. Was it that was second game, right? That was a second game where we could for the discount. Yeah, you had to talk about for the discount. Right. I remember.
Spectre status recognized. Please
Citadel
select your
embassies.
destination.
Embassies, Purgatory, Hewitt have not been, but that's fine.
1 moment, please.
We're going back. We've been there already before, and there was only one thing I wanted to give
Now
away,
arriving at docking bay D24.
and I've done that, so I'm leaving.
Have you discovered a way to run FTL spaceships without an ESO core private to lobby? No, ma'am. Then consider this a serious assignment.
All right, let's go check the board, and then we'll go to the Quarians.
Commander.
See what they're up to fighting the Geth. So we know the Geth are not just bad people. There's a group of them which are bad, yeah, but the rest of them are still good. And we did blow up the bad ones. We didn't risk contaminating the good ones with the bad ones. Alliance Engineering Corps. Prothean drives. Yeah, the base of a Hesperia period statue is covered in Prothean writing. Translations have proven useful to engineers working on the Prothean device. So now it's at 210. The Engineering Corps is doing well. That is very useful. Isn't that more useful than even me? Like this ship?
Commander Shepard.
Because this ship is like 200, right? Or is it 100? I don't remember. But anyway, as long as I'm helping people, it's all good. Alright. Let's go to the far rim to speak with the Quarians. Here we are. Quarian envoy ship. First of all, can I go somewhere else in the system? I can. There's Ma'at. I'm also gonna scan, obviously. Okay, let's start with Charum. Charum? Once a starship refueling station for the Quarians. Charum has expanded under Geth rule. Thousands of orbital platforms surround the planet and its many moons, refining helium into helium-3. A vast Geth fleet travels between Charum and Haestrom, preventing all but the most stealthier spy drones from discovering any information about it. Current estimates place the Geth fleet numbers between 5,000 and 10,000 ships, with unknown levels of armament. Travel advisory. Most intelligent estimates state that approaching Charum is tantamount to suicide. All civilian traffic is prohibited. And they go between these two to send Haestrom. Formerly a Quarian colony, Haestrom was established to observe the phenomenon on Dolan, the system's parent star. Dolan appeared to be unstable with a high possibility of erupting prematurely into a red giant. Oh yeah, the Geth were doing stuff, right? Haestrom was lost to the Geth in 1896 CE. Soon after, all communication from the planet and its attendant space stations ceased. The Geth have shown no signs of threatening Dolan as a threat over the past 3 centuries beyond establishing several space stations near it. Dolan's magnetic eruptions and solar output overwhelm most nearby communications, and it is unclear how the Geth have compensated. Today, spy probe scans indicate extensive orbital construction around Haestrom, housing thousands of Geth platforms and an unknown number of Geth software mines. It is not known how many Geth are on the planet's surface. Spy probes face interference from Dolan, making remote scanning difficult. Resource estimations based on Geth mining, refining, and fabrication practices suggest that the planet has at least 20 more years of use before it is exhausted. Intelligence experts speculate that the Geth have not exploited all of their resources because they wish to keep some in reserve for repairs. Travel advisory: Haestrom is a Geth stronghold. Military spy drones using cutting-edge stealth technology are the only vehicles to have returned from Geth space unharmed. All civilian traffic prohibited. We also have the small guy in the middle. Gotha. A dwarf planet, Gotha has a pressure cooker atmosphere that brings its surface temperature to scorching levels. Carbon dioxide and ethane are plentiful in the planet's hazy atmosphere. There has been some speculation in the mining community as to whether the Quarians mined all the precious metals before they fled the system some 3 centuries ago. Rumors abound that anyone willing to brave the Geth could find loads of naturally occurring diamonds on Gotha, but this is likely just a starship legend. Gotha is in Geth space, all civilian traffic prohibited. The Quarians do have a ship, the Quarian Envoy ship. Hello. This diplomatic frigate is like no Quarian ship on record. Its hull is relatively low temperature and appears to be venting heat in a manner similar to that of the Normandy when it comes out of stealth mode. It's a stealth ship, okay? How the Quarians developed this high-tech vessel is unknown, but its hailing frequencies are open and welcoming messages are being tight-beamed to the Normandy. Alright. Let's talk. Oh, here they are.
A pleasure to see you again.
Ooh.
Though I wish it were under better circumstances.
I know you.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
Wait, tell me about your history then.
Your homeworld? You mean Rannoch?
Correct, Commander. 300 years ago, we lost our world to our own AI creations, the Geth.
After we attempted to kill them.
We didn't try to kill them, Chorus. We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
Well, the Quarians were wrong, I guess. Or I agree.
No, it was murder.
Yeah, they were
Commander,
sentient.
The Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Which you chose to correct by trying to kill them.
Don't bother. Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
Invasion was a mistake, I would say, yes.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective. Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win,
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Okay.
Yes. Cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
Letting you retreat.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest Admiral has also volunteered to offer technical expertise.
Hey, Tally.
Shepard.
Tally. Admirals, I'll ready a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Hey, Tally.
Admiral?
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
I want to help you.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have helped.
Thanks, but I knew you had your own problems. I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got.
Oh yeah, that's what I was expecting.
However much is left from this stupid war.
I thought you'd support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So I helped them.
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
Do you still want me?
And what about us? Would
I hope that's never
together divide
changed.
the fleet?
No. Well, possibly. I don't know. But right now, I've got civilian ships taking fire. Can we keep this quiet? At least in front of the admirals?
Sure, I
Sure
guess.
thing. Miss Vas Normandy.
Thank you. If you want to talk in private, maybe you could invite me up to your cabin?
Sure will.
Maybe I could.
And for the record, still totally worth it.
Of course. You had like a cough and all that, right? Bunch of infections. Priority get Dreadnought. Is it not in this system? And Tali Zora. Okay, 1 second. Before I do all this, let's learn about Tali.
Admiral Tali Zora, a Quarian machinist, was born in 2161 on the live ship Raya. During her pilgrimage, a rite of passage in which Quarians proved their worth to the fleet, she recovered a Geth memory core that proved a rogue Spectre, Saron Arterius, was working with the Geth. As a consequence, Tali Zora became a crew member of the SSV Normandy, where she served under Commander Shepard during the Battle of the Citadel.
And again,
Tali Zora returned to the migrant fleet following the destruction of the First Normandy. Soon after, the Admiralty Board sent her to the former Quarian colony of Haestrom to recover data on the planet's dying sun. Most of her team was killed when they fell under attack from the Geth. But Tali Zora herself was narrowly rescued by Shepard and the crew of the rebuilt Normandy. The Quarian rejoined Shepard to help oppose the Collector threat, but her current whereabouts are unknown.
well, we know now. She's right here. Parody gets Dreadnought. The Quarians have tried to retake their homeworld from the Geth. Stupid idea. Unfortunately, the Geth have been upgraded by the Reapers, and the Quarian fleet is trapped. Travel to the Quarian home system and disable Geth Dreadnought, broadcasting a Reaper control signal.
Commander?
Yep. That is me, Commander. So is she on the ship?
Commander?
Nothing.
Hello, Shepard.
Nothing. I guess we've not done the mission yet, but I don't know. Where are they all chilling? They're on my ship, right? Or are they not? Because no one has new dialogue. Now she did walk this way. So are they all chilling out here? Oh yeah. Hey Tali.
That dreadnought is tearing through our fleet. Let me know when you're ready to hit it.
Your history.
So how did you end up back with your fleet, Tali?
When the war started, the Admiralty Board asked for my help. I had more recent contact with the Geth than most of my people.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't filled the spot on the board left by my father. I was invited in. It's just a technicality. I'm far too young to be a real admiral.
Don't sell yourself short, Tali. The board needed your expertise. You needed the authority that comes with rank.
How did the war with the Geth get started, anyway?
Admiral Zen developed a scanning countermeasure that interferes with Geth active scans. It's like a flashbang grenade. It effectively crippled the Geth ships in combat. My fleet couldn't pass up the chance to attack.
Is useful.
Could we use it to fight the Reapers?
It only works against the Geth, unfortunately. Their AI lets them use extremely detailed LADAR pings. Zen's countermeasure overwhelmed them with garbage data.
Denial of service
it's
attack.
useless now that the Reapers have upgraded their processing power.
How is it being back with the fleet?
Right now, it's exhausting. I'm an admiral in the middle of a war. I just want us to get out of this alive. Everything else can wait.
And then you can join me?
When this is over, I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. If
Oh,
we survive this, we'll have a homeworld. My people need me.
come on.
You could help your people's homeworld by fighting the Reapers.
That's true.
I don't know. Maybe if I had the right incentive? No, that's not... My people need me here.
Come on, Legion.
So what about Legion?
It returned to Geth space after you turned yourself into the Alliance.
And you haven't seen it since?
I Legion and I sent a few messages. I was hoping we could try negotiation.
Didn't work.
But I was outvoted 3-2. Admiral Chorus was the only one who believed it would work.
And after the attack?
Any idea where Legion is now?
No. In our last message, it told me that the Geth were having trouble reaching consensus.
And then nothing?
Maybe it was fighting the Reaper takeover, or maybe it didn't want to give intel to an enemy. I could have warned it about the invasion. I didn't.
You'd have been betraying your own people.
I never wanted to be an admiral.
Yeah, well,
talk to you
goodbye.
later, Tali.
If you want to catch up in private, call me up to your cabin.
Yeah, I will. But she's not gonna join my team? Come on, you gotta. Hello, Admiral Ran, also known as Avasarala.
Shepard, the fleet is under heavy fire. We need to hit the dreadnought.
Yeah.
I'd like to know about your patrol fleet.
In peacetime, the patrol fleet managed navigation, internal security, and intership conflicts or crimes. Now, we mostly guard the heavy fleet's flank. It's mostly light frigates or fighters.
The civilian fleet.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships, medical vessels, and live ships. Admiral Chorus coordinates them, though individual ships' captains still have power. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now, our strength would even give the Turians pause.
So you're bigger than Turians?
Tali said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
It's crazy, but sure.
You've converted them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrixon.
While live ships have firepower comparable to a dreadnought, their primary purpose is food cultivation.
You think the Council will buy that technicality?
If need be, I'll apologize once this war is over.
And in the meantime, you're putting your civilians in danger.
Not casually, Commander. We keep them off the front lines, but we'll do whatever we must to win.
So they have converted all civilian ships into dreadnoughts. Or, well, weaker, I'm sure, than dreadnoughts, but still. I mean, it is smart, but it's also horrible. I don't know. Heavy fleet.
What can you tell me about Admiral Geralt's heavy fleet?
It was our main military force before the war, comprised of all Quarian vessels suited for sustained combat. It can't compare to the Turian forces, of course, but we have a number of heavy frigates and advanced fighter forces.
Again?
Tali said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian
What if I say
ship
it's smart
in the
this time?
flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
Use what you've got.
Indeed. With the modifications, our live ship cannons are comparable to the main guns on a dreadnought.
Impressive.
They lack the armor of a real dreadnought, but they can back the heavy fleet formidably when needed.
So do a lot of damage, but they are still weak ships. Okay.
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
Special projects. It's not a fleet per se, just a few research vessels. Her technical breakthroughs have put us within striking distance of the home world.
Alright, well, goodbye. Interesting.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Commander.
So they do have a pretty powerful fleet. Not giving me anything yet. But I would like to get access to some of those ships. Does sound pretty useful. So is no one else here? No. Okay, only these two. That's fine. And we're gonna call Tali up anyway.
Commander.
Yeah. That's me. I am the commander. Now, do I want to check the rest of the places before? No. We'll just call her up. Hey, Tali.
Tally, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment.
Hello?
Thanks for asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
And she was watching.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me. And I don't know if I can save them.
People will die, and I'm here for you.
Hey. You're not alone.
This was supposed to be my father's fight, but he left me with all of this.
I mean, he did die. So.
If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tally.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
Not the Admiral's daughter. The Admiral.
I know. And at least now, I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
When they offered me this position, I asked myself what you'd do. I thought you'd take the chance to make things better. You've given up so much, stood for too long without allies. I didn't want you to do this alone.
Nice, so we have an ally in the...
if you're ever lonely, just let me know.
We can't be together. No, we can. I want to be with you.
Nothing between us has changed. Unless you wanted to.
Kila, Shepard. I'm not going to beg, but I didn't come up here just to see the fish.
They are nice fish, man.
You came up here because I asked you to. I want you here. With me.
Okay.
Okay, nice. It's just that easy. Can't do anything unless you want to get sick for like a few months or a few days. Paramore, establish or rekindle a romantic relationship. Nice. And I got energy drain in the med bay. Wow, is that trying to say relationships are a drain of energy? They are, kinda, I guess. But do we have her as a... We do. Hello, Tally. Ooh, look at that. Well, that looks cool as hell. With the visor and all that. Also, by the way, I don't just have fish. I have a space hamster. Also an extensive collection of model ships. I do seem like a kid collecting Funko Pops, huh? And look at all the fish, man. So nice fish. And yeah, we got stuff to do. Hello, robot dog.
Good dog.
DLC robot dog that I used to shoot at one point. Not anymore. I read about the Carnifex, yeah. I guess it was before I bought it. That makes sense. Okay, give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Just gotta check. Make sure everything is fine.
Good to see you, Commander.
I'm betting they have nothing to say, but in case someone does, take a look, I guess.
Hey.
Nothing. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure no one's gonna have anything to say. But, you know, something has happened, so. Yeah, okay, well, if no one's even here, I doubt. No. At this point.
Commander.
Yeah. But these guys still up in the lounge.
Nothing to report, Commander. Commander.
All propulsion systems are running optimal.
Yep. So is Tally a temporary? No, right? Something will happen when we go on this mission, I'm sure. That should kind of convince Tally to maybe to stay here, help the Reapers. Maybe, what is her name? The other Admiral will convince her to stay. What is her name, man? Man, I keep forgetting. What the hell was her name?
Shepard?
I can only remember Avasalar. Avasalar. What the hell am I saying? Avasarala. There you go. From what TV show was it? The Expanse. Yeah. The old lady. Politician.
Commander, good to see you.
Yeah, these guys have nothing to say. Yeah, so no one had anything to say. I just kind of wasted my time walking around. But, you know, you should do this once in a while, especially if something kind of big happens.
Please, enjoy your day.
You never know.
Perhaps we can talk later.
Yeah, so sorry about there's no romance with you. We're doing Paramore with Tally.
It's nice to have Tally back.
Oh.
I've made sure we're well stocked with dextro-based antibiotics and antihistamines.
Mm-hmm. In case you wanna...
Just reviewing some charts.
Do stuff. And, okay, she was on the squad. She's not temporary. Okay, yeah, because she, you know... Otherwise, she would not be on the squad screen if she was temporary. She is a permanent addition now. Very good. Maybe that's only because I had her as a romantic relationship partner? Maybe. It's possible. And with nothing here, nothing here. We'll head back up and then go on end the episode, I think. Then the next episode we can check out the other system and do the mission. Whatever it is. Jump to the CIC. Alright, let me end it right here. Can I save? I can save. There you go. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one.